Tao uống 3 ly rồi, 3 lần rồi. Ôi mày, chỉ có 1 lần. Trời ơi, chỉ có 1 lần. Thôi, uống thêm 2 lần đi. Bro, if you want to get yourself drunk, why don't you drink yourself and, stay on your lane? I don't want to drink.
Yeah.
But it's like everyone is in on it. Like, if you don't drink, they're gonna force you. They're gonna get mad. Everyone wants to force you to drink.
Yeah. Top 5 cities in Vietnam?
In Vietnam.
Dude, this is tough. Dude. Is Da Nang and Hoi An the same thing?
No, they are 2 different cities. What are you talking about?
It's tough.
I hear a lot of, especially tech companies, they only hire if you're less than 30. When we just finished school and you're looking for a job, and some of the requirements are like, oh, you gotta have 5 years experience in this, and then how do you expect me to have the experience while I was in school or
think
from
that
my
was
mother's womb?
Cho tôi một ly cà phê sữa đá.
Hello and welcome to another scintillating episode of No
Star.
Where Comes Out Down. On this podcast, we talk about everything, literally, like basically anything.
Anything, bro.
Anything. Nothing is off
limits.
I was expecting you, bro. You were my co-host.
I know. I'm ready.
If I'm lost for words, if I'm like missing something, you should like know when to come in.
But if I interrupt you, you're gonna get mad at me again. Okay. You're gonna be like, "Shut up, Ryan!"
Bro,
and you're gonna hit me in the face again.
I'm not gonna.
You always abuse me, and I hate it. I hate it. I'm tired of it. I'm sick of it.
Bro, I'm gonna get sued for this. All right, people, welcome to another episode of No Star Where's, where we talk about everything Vietnam and international.
Yeah.
I am your host, Mr. Nam, the chơi nhất cả nước Vietnam, and then this is my co-host,
Mr. Ryan Den of Ryan Den Vlog. Check me out on TikTok, bro.
Yeah. All right, bro, it's been a crazy week, huh?
It's been one of the longest weeks of the year for me, but
oh, really?
My life is a little bit different.
Okay.
Than the average person. They don't have to worry about this. This doesn't matter to most people, but
yeah.
I'm getting hit kind of hard on 2 different sides.
Okay.
I have my investments. I love investing.
Good.
And then I also have like some other investments, like business, hard investments that are going to be affected by America and their tariffs. So I've just been stressing for a week. This week maybe cost me a year of my life, just of the stress and the anger.
Bruh, I mean, like, it's something that has been on the mind of everyone recently. Are we safe? Are we dying?
Hate it.
Are we gonna get bankrupt? Are we gonna
for real?
We're gonna lose a lot of money.
He literally turned the entire world into like a boardroom argument in an office building. Like, I feel like we're all just sitting there, waiting for our jobs to just get destroyed, like, and have them say, "You're fired.
You're fired.
You're fired."
All right. That brings us to the topic of this week's episode on trending topics of the week.
Topic of the week.
Trending topic. There are so many trending topics this week, but
choose one.
Choose your poison wisely. Choose your poison wisely. So this week we're gonna delve a little into this and a little into that, just to highlight some of the topics of this week. All right. One of the topics that has been on this podcast, we usually don't talk a lot about politics and stuff, but it's been all over the news. I mean, the tariffs that the US has been dishing out.
You get a tariff. You get a tariff.
You get a tariff.
I love it, man.
Oh, you! Oh, I forgot you. No, you get a tariff.
Everybody's getting something.
Everybody's getting something.
Yep.
So that's been on everyone's mind, and that's basically why the markets have been fluctuating.
Yeah. I mean, I will lose a lot of money and then I'll gain a lot of money, and it's just I don't know how much longer I can stay in this roller coaster, and it's scary. It really is scary, and I'm lucky because I'm young. I don't have my entire life's work in this market. There's people who have 40 years of hard labor into this market, and they're watching it go up and down by tens of thousands every day.
Exactly.
That would be insane. I would never handle that.
Bro, but to be honest, I mean, like, to put this into perspective, what does this mean for us, like the young entrepreneurs who are venturing into markets? And just let's just talk about it, like, in general, and then we're gonna bring it down to Vietnam, where we call home.
Yeah, I would say young entrepreneurs, let's say Vietnamese people.
Yeah.
If you're looking at international business to be like a stable career in the future, I don't know how long. I mean, it could be. I really, really, really hope it is. But America is moving toward a isolationist posture where they want to have their buyers only buy from America.
Yeah, okay.
So that means a lot of these growing markets like Vietnam could suffer. But I really have a lot of faith in America's relationship with Vietnam, business-wise, because they do want to posture away from China.
But in looking at it, I mean, like, you know, most of the things that that happens in America, it resonates like with the rest of the world. So how do you think this is gonna affect the business, the way businesses are done?
I think that the rest of the world will follow suit if it goes all the way. I think they're going to find deals. I think this is a big bluff. I really hope it was. But if they don't find a deal, then France will be only making stuff for France, and Switzerland will only make stuff for Switzerland. So it's kind of like nobody wants to drink French coffee beans, and nobody wants to have a watch made from Nigeria.
So which means that French fries are gonna be only for the French people.
Exactly, like they're gonna hoard all their fries.
Swiss yogurt is gonna be only for the Swiss people.
Yeah, it's just like it's not smart, and I don't think it's sustainable enough.
But just to round up this question, do you think this is gonna last, or do you think this is just what do you hope for? It's gonna,
well, based on my emotional action yesterday, I really hope that it does not last long at all. Because if it does, I'm looking at huge losses.
Yeah.
And I'm not ready for it. I will look back at this video in a year and I'll see if all this is worth it.
Man is rising.
I remember I read a few weeks ago about people getting laid off once they hit 40.
Yeah,
it's becoming very difficult for you to get a job if you are above 30 even.
In Vietnam,
like a lot of I hear a lot of especially tech companies, they only hire if you're less than 30. If you are a day above 30, it's gonna be difficult to get a job. What do you think about that?
Like that makes it so much more important to focus on not working for somebody else. I mean, sure, while you're working for somebody else, you are building yourself into a better future boss. Your goal should never be, I want to be a middle manager for the rest of my life. Your goal would be, I need to start my own business as soon as possible.
You know why I have a problem with this? You know, when we just finished school and you're looking for a job, and some of the requirements are like, oh, you gotta have 5 years experience in this, and then when you get the 5 years experience and 10 years experience, you're like, okay, we're done with you.
Get on out. Yeah.
I mean, what does this employers want?
I feel like it's like you got to cut. I mean, imagine it's like you're trying to be on a football team. Right. Only the best 11 can be on the field.
Yeah.
You need to be better than 60% of everybody else, so you don't get cut. Every year. So that's kind of what it is. You got to be on top of your game. You got to be the hardest worker.
Yeah, but if you understand the point where I'm coming from, it's like you got out of school, you're looking for a job, and then you submit your resume and you want to get this job. They say, oh, but actually we are looking for people with experience.
Yeah.
How do you expect me to have the experience while I was in school or
from
my mother's womb?
Right, exactly. I think that's why there's certain jobs where you can do a job where that other people don't want to do. Like say in the military, right? We have doctors that will do surgeries on everybody. They'll do all the surgeries, and they don't get paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
But also it's great for practice because we don't have a lot of surgeons that want to work in these military surgery bays. So that's how they get their experience right out of college. And then after that, they'll say, hey, I did 1,000 surgeries in the military. They're like, oh, you're hired. You have experience. So I think early on, you may be willing, in your 20s, do jobs that other people don't want to do. Do the jobs that nobody wants to do.
Culture shocker.
All right, on this segment, I'm gonna ask you, like, this is just it's just thinking out loud. Like, what do you think about, what are the things, like, cultures that you've witnessed in Vietnam and you like, it makes you uncomfortable?
How much time do we have? I'm just joking.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Yeah.
I would say there's staring, of course.
Okay.
Okay, so normally if you get caught staring at somebody and you really are curious about them and you think they're cool, then you give them a little head nod. You're like, hey, what's up, man? Like, as I'm staring at, hey, what's up, bro? But I feel like the pressure is on me to make the first interaction like, hi, even though everybody stares at me. So then I would have to walk down the street like, hi, hi, hi. When you, since you're looking at, you know, the only black guy you've seen today, and you want to say hi to him, then why don't you say hi to me? I'm not going to get mad at you.
You know, in one of our previous episodes, we talked about all people looking the same, or Asian people, or African people, or black people, they all look alike. But this is not one of those ones. I mean, like, something that I've noticed. Like, I used to drink a lot when I was in uni, and when I was in high school. I used to drink. You know, it was one of the things you do as a kid. But then, as you're getting older, you're trying to cut off a lot of things from your diet, or from just to be a little healthier. So one of the things that I still don't like to this day is when I go for events or occasions, and I really don't want to drink. I mean, it still happens till this day, but it's like a competition. Anytime you go out with your Vietnamese friends, it's like, drink. Tao uống 3 ly rồi, 3 lon rồi. Ôi mày, chỉ có 1 lon. Trời ơi, chỉ có 1 lon. Thôi, uống thêm 2 lon đi. They will put 2 glasses. They will put two cans for you, even if you don't want to drink it. They just want everyone. Bro, if you want to get yourself drunk, why don't you drink yourself and, you know, stay on your lane? I don't want to drink. But it's like everyone is in on it. Like, if you don't drink, they're gonna force you. They're gonna get mad. That you're not drinking, that they are drinking, you're not drinking. Bro, it's a personal decision. You want to drink? I don't want to drink. So I know this is gonna rile a few people up, because it's more like a culture. It's like a tradition that is embedded in most of the, even when women go out to drink, and even it doesn't know any gender. It's genderless. Everyone wants to force you to drink. Okay, we have gone 5 rounds each, and you are drinking just 3. Nah, you have to complete your 5 right now. I mean, I find it super weird, man. I don't like it. I've never liked it. And sometimes if you're not strong-willed, you're gonna cave in. You're gonna like, oh, okay, I just want to please everyone. I just want to be nice. I just want to be respectful of the culture. But I think it's something that a lot of foreigners are very uncomfortable with. I've heard a lot of my friends who, they don't want to drink. They just want to come out, play, you know, have a good time without having all the alcohol. Alcohol is not good for everybody's system. It might be good for yours, but there are some people who, for one reason or another, or for personal decisions, they don't want to drink. Why do you think it's right to force them to drink?
I don't know. Actually, you know what? That was the first video of mine that went viral. Is your uncle at a wedding forcing you to drink alcohol over and over again. And it's this me drinking 2 cups. I'm like, I'm drunk. I fall over, and then the uncle walks up on top of you and starts pouring more alcohol on your face. Like, nah, keep drinking. Keep drinking. Keep drinking. But I mean, that's kind of how it is, especially at the weddings. And I understand it's a culture thing. But I feel like when I'm drinking and I want to get drunk, it doesn't mean everybody else has to.
Everybody has to.
It just means I personally want to drink. But I think people don't want to drink alone. I think it's bad luck.
You know what I'm always like encouraging foreigners that it's a little disrespectful if Vietnamese offer you things and you don't accept it. They find it offensive. They don't like it. But at the same time, I also find it offensive, not just to foreigners, even like some Vietnamese. I have some Vietnamese friends of mine who don't like to drink, but once they go back to their hometowns and meet some Chu Hai and all this Ye and Co, and everybody wants them to uống đi, trời ơi, có gì đâu, uống đi, không sao. Uống xong rồi nằm ngủ đi. You know, they're like, yeah, no problem, just have a drink, relax.
I feel like if it's once in a while, I'm cool with it. Especially if it's like
once
a big
in a
holiday,
while, exactly.
It's cool. But if it's like every Thursday, I'd be like, nah, I'm not going there.
It's something that I find it quite I don't know, uncomfortable.
Yeah.
You know, because on one hand, you want to be respectful to your host. You want to be respectful to the older people. Like they offer you something, you want to drink. You want to. If it was just a glass of beer, I don't mind.
Yeah.
You just sip it and you're fine. You know your limit. You don't want to cross that limit.
Yeah, they're like,
but then
time.
once you get that done, they were like, keep the just drink a little more.
Yeah.
Come sai, come there. Bro, that's one thing I've always wanted to like talk about sometimes to foreigners. I mean, like for some of the foreign friends, you can still say no. It's your decision.
It's
you know
easier
the
for
reason.
us.
Yeah, but still, even till today, till this day that I know I speak Vietnamese, I still talk to the Chus and the Cos. I was like, nah, chú em được rồi chú ơi. Con không muốn uống nữa. Đủ rồi, không muốn uống nữa. Thôi, có gì đâu, uống đi con, uống đi, uống thêm 2 ly nữa đi, 2 ly nữa đi. Uống bao nhiêu phần trăm? Uống hết đi, có em sao đâu con uống đi, có gì đâu, con trai mà, uống đi.
They want to see you drunk.
They want to get you drunk.
So like that's the thing about me. I don't get drunk. Like it's really hard to get me drunk. Like I'm extremely difficult to get drunk to the point where I can't control myself.
Yeah.
Right. So I can drink most people under the table. But the problem with that is they think I'm not drinking enough because I'm not drunk looking.
Yeah.
So I gotta pretend to be drunker than I really am at all times. So I get really sloppy. I'm like sloppy poppy. Like,
sloppy poppy.
You gotta tell them to drink.
Yeah.
Then you become the aggressor.
Exactly.
And then maybe they'll let you go after the 5th beer.
Okay.
So if you start, imagine you're at a Diddy party, okay? So
Shut up.
if you become
Diddy,
then Diddy's scared of you. You gotta control the party.
Nah, man.
You gotta be in control.
That's just my 2 cents on that, because I've had a few of my friends really like complain about it and say they don't know how to say no. I say no, you still have to say no.
I'll teach you.
I mean, like you have the you are in charge of that.
Yeah.
You just say no. I'm good. Or you just use the excuse. I'm taking some drugs. There are some medicines that I'm sick. Find something. Once you tell them you're taking some medications, I think they will leave you alone. Just find a reason.
I think actually a lot of younger people have a bad relationship with alcohol now, because most of them are going to vaping and strongbow, or even I can't talk about that, but other things. But yeah, they're kind of avoiding the beer.
Yeah. But I just don't like the culture of forcing people to drink when they don't want to.
Yeah.
What do you know?
We are in the segments where we test your knowledge on Vietnam.
That's the worst. You know, I don't have any cultural knowledge.
Okay,
I'm not red-eye.
Okay.
I'm not okay.
You're not okay.
Not okay.
All right, this is gonna be very simple. It's just to you've traveled around Vietnam, and you've been to a few cities here and there.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna ask you for your top 5.
Oh, top 5 cities in Vietnam. Okay. Dude, this is tough. All right, so the top 5 for me. Okay. We got number 5. All right, I'll just start with number 1. That's easier for me, okay? All right. Number 1, Saigon, because of course it's the friendliest. I have so many social connections here, and it's so you can get anything you want. Okay. It's so convenient living here, and of course I live in the prettiest part of the city. Okay. I love it. Bintan, prettiest part. Okay. Number 2, Da Nang. It has the ocean, it has the water, it has that chill, laid-back vibe, good food. It's connected to so many things like Bana Hills. You're really close to Hoi An, and I love the Wang Nam area. Perfect. Number 3, I gotta give that to Da Lat. Da Lat. It's cool. It's the opposite of everything everyone goes to Vietnam for. It's really laid back, and the air is super fresh, and I love that big lake they have out there. Perfect for camping. Number 4, because I already have Da Nang as number 2, I don't want to have too many ocean spots up here, so I got to give number 4 to Mui Ne, because they also have the sand pits, and you can go driving. It's really cool. It's really developed now, and that ocean's so pretty and so good. Mwah. Number 5, Ha Long Bay. I would say Ha Long Bay is prettier than every other place on that list. It is the prettiest place in Vietnam, but I don't know how well the infrastructure is yet to support like a foreigner and a bunch, like a big community there. Yeah. So it was not good for a long-term stay, but definitely the prettiest place in Vietnam, hands down.
All right, without like, I think with all the places you mentioned, I might have to agree in some of them, but I also have different opinion based on my personal experiences. So I'm gonna start on the opposite spectrum. So let's go from number 5. For me, number 5 on this list is, I mean, I love nature. That's when I travel, I just want to chill out. I just want to have fun. I don't want to travel and be wandering around the city like backpackers area or Taibalo. No. I just want to go to places where I can like connect with nature. That's one of the things that I look out for when I'm making my plans to travel within Vietnam.
True.
So, based on that, I'm gonna give this place to number 5. I think Quy Nhơn, as you said, I've been there. Quy Nhơn, Bình Định. It's a pretty place. I mean, the beach is there, not just one. There are a lot of So very clean.
Very clean.
It's so pretty.
Yep, they really take care of it.
Yeah, it's so nice. And I've been to Phu Yên. But if I am making, if I want to make like top 20, I could make it easily. But based on the fact I've already chosen Quy Nhơn as my number 5, I'm gonna put it all in the same bracket. Number 5 with Phu Yên. Number 4 for me, I gotta go with Hoi An.
Hoi An, yep.
It's one of those cities where you go to and you feel like a local. Yeah. That's the vibe I get when I travel to Hoi An. So Hoi An is gonna be number 4 for me.
Gotta be.
Number 3, Da Lat. Da Lat is number 3 for me. And on number 2 for me is gotta be Phu Quoc.
Everybody says it differently.
You've never been there.
No, I've been there.
You've been there.
It was so resorty for me.
I love Phu Quoc. I love Phu Quoc. Phu Quoc is a beautiful place. Phu Quoc is beautiful, and for me, my favorite. Anybody that knows me, anybody have watched my interviews over the years, my videos or print interviews or video interviews or TV, whatever it is, bro, you should know this. Nha Trang.
Nha Trang. Why Nha Trang?
Oh my God. I mean, like, it was one of the first cities when that I visited when I came here as a really young lad. So Nha Trang, out of all the places, I feel so connected to Nha Trang. I mean, the people are very friendly. The food, the whole vibe in Nha Trang, I mean, resonates with me. It's a vibe that I really connect to. So Nha Trang has always been my favorite holiday destination in Vietnam.
I do miss Nha Trang.
Nha Trang is number 1. Wake me up anytime I'm looking for that city that would knock that peace out of me. that Nha Trang brings to me. So Nha Trang is my favorite holiday
There's like
spot.
mountains, you can trek.
Everything you want. If you want to hike, if you want to, even if you, bro, I can tell you so much about Nha Trang, but I love Nha Trang a lot.
And what's their food there? What's their food specialty?
Nha Trang, there's bánh canh cua, there's bún cá, there's so many dishes in Nha Trang. I just and because it's surrounded by the ocean, so you get fresh seafood in Nha Trang. It's super fresh. There are other beautiful places like Da Nang, as you said, Vũng Tàu as well.
I still haven't been to Kanya.
Halong, as you said, is beautiful place.
Gorgeous.
And there are so many places.
They're really lucky.
You never get bored if you're here, if you are visiting Vietnam as a
Could you
tourist.
imagine if Vietnam didn't have all those places and if it was just Ho Chi Minh City? That's
Ho Chi Minh
it.
City.
Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi. That's it.
I didn't even mention my city.
Yeah.
This is bro. I am a son of this city. I didn't even mention Ho Chi Minh City. But
I love Ho Chi Minh. It's not number one.
I don't think Ho Chi Minh counts though. I don't think Ho Chi Minh.
It's home.
mean, like I didn't Ho Chi Minh City is like it's like cheating.
Yeah.
You should
It's
not
home
do that.
basically.
It's home basically.
Yeah.
So you should not. It's not a place that you say, oh my. Nah. This is my home.
Right. But you know the weird thing is
We live here and then we visit other places and come back here.
When I visited as a complete tourist for the first time, I did not like Ho Chi Minh City.
If you visit as a tourist, sometimes it knocks people the wrong way.
Yeah, I was like, well, why am I here? I didn't understand why it was so good. And then I thought, okay, I'm going to move to Da Nang.
Yeah.
But then I started building friendships and communities in Saigon, and that's like the hidden factor that most backpackers will never see.
Ho Chi Minh City is like the New York City.
Really is.
Yeah, it is the New York City of
there's
Vietnam.
everything. Especially before COVID hit, the communities out here, it was literally anything you can think of.
Business, fun, nightlife, whatever you want.
You could always find like 40 people who are ready to do the same thing. You say, hey, let's do a party with this one board game that nobody knows.
Yeah.
40 people show up. And you're like, how does everybody know? You know? But that's what I like so much about it. There's so much opportunity.
City never sleeps.
Yeah, for
never
real.
Sleeps.
Zero sleep.
It's the New York of Vietnam.
Yeah.
So there's no way you're going to come to Vietnam you don't visit Ho Chi Minh City.
Yeah. But if you do visit, it's way better if you visit with like a friend or if it's somebody who's local here.
Yeah.
The local experience takes it to the next level for sure.
Exactly. We are signing out on today's episode of
No.
Stop.
Where?
Không sao đau.
Không sao đau, bruh.
Remember, be kind, be polite, be respectful, or else.
Did you fart when you did that? I heard it. I heard you. You pushed that out. You really did.
Or else that is going.
Yeah.